Four Corner News, where truth speaks.
That's right.
Four Corner News, where truth speaks.
Shouts out to all the believers. Look, they hate me cause I talk like Christ. Hate me cause I walk like Christ. Think like Christ. Hate me cause I teach like Christ. When I grow up, I just wanna be like Christ. Hate me cause I talk like Christ. Hate me cause I walk like Christ. Think like Christ. Hate me cause I teach like Christ. When I grow up, I just wanna be like Christ. Crucified me there. They gon' pluck my bed, they gon' hang me up, but we still surviving here. Oh, did I mention they gon' spit on me? I'm a spitting image. Put to death, but I'm still living. They lynch Christ and they really lynch and still think he's right, but it's not written.
That false image is not written up. It's a pedophile that you thinking of. It's all lies that is not Christ. What they wrote down, it was not right. How we living now is not life. All that sinning now we lost sight. When that sky cracking, that man you see, I guarantee you he is not white.
That's right.
They hate me cause I walk like who? Edom, we are not like you. We got the truth. You get the gist. Don't wanna hear ish cause you're not quite Jews. Think on that though, the Jews are black though. They lynch Christ, but he coming back though. Prophesying how we still in act. So much living water, I could probably backstroke. We following Christ how it's written. That's something that you should rethink again. We kill the old man of this world in order that we could just live again. We just wanna walk in his shoes, hoping this soul can fit him in. Repent for the kingdom not hand. Babylon coming into an end. Hey niggas, I walk like Christ. It's written something not like Christ. He had black skin, wool type hair. No need to stare. Prayers. You go hard, well, we go harder. All.
Four Corner News,
Yeah.
where truth speaks.
That's
I'm telling
right.
the truth. I do it for my people, gotta represent. And everything else is irrelevant. I'm putting on the whole armor of God, and now I'm in charge like a phone that's on 1%. Came around a boat, but I'm leaving in a spaceship. A black man ruling this world is outrageous. All we know for dancing and singing on stages. My sisters are still shaking what their mama gave them. Damn, and I need a checker, that's something I can't stand. A prophet always gotta take the matters in his hand. David told King Solomon how to walk like a man, so that's in my plans. And came in this world as a prophet. Little did I know that some people tell me to stop it. Doing what I'm supposed to, I be prophesying. They say don't believe him, that nigga be lying. And you know a prophet's always hated in his hometown. They don't wanna listen when I say this place is going down. Doing what I'm supposed to, I be prophesying. They say don't believe him, that nigga be lying. I tell the truth.
Four Corner News, where truth speaks.
The truth.
Yeah. See, when it storms out, we just, yeah. Don't hate me cause I speak the truth, man. Yeah.
Let me bring you in like the inner sign. We can keep it moving like it's enterprise. The truth be on the corner like them boys that spin them signs. Add not to what's after 9. And you see it's nothing. Word cut both ways, a stab to the stomach. The day cometh when the earth will burn as an oven. Filet mignon, my faith too strong. To live forever, boy, will be a great coupon. I'm standing on your block with my camp boots on. Not a sign of disrespect, but a silver lining. Gorilla back, and we still intact. Let them know the real is back. Jeremiah, Ezekiel, you will feel alive when I speak to you. Every scripture is like a slice. The word of God can really get a piece of you.
Came in this world
like a slice. The word of God can really get a piece of you.
Came in this world as a prophet. Little did I know that some people tell me to stop it. Doing what I'm supposed to, I be prophesying. They say don't believe him, that nigga be lying.
Four
And you know
Corner
what prophets are.
News, where truth speaks.
Welcome to Four Corners News. That's right, where the truth speaks. I am Captain Zakar to my left.
Captain Severus.
And to his left.
Oh, Salim.
Hey, it's Jose Henrique. It's Jose Henrique. To his left. And to my right.
Officer Daniel.
And to his right.
Officer Pat GL.
And we make up Four Corners News.
That's right.
light on me, man. Like Bishop be saying, y'all gotta be looking black as hell out here, man. You got Officer Pagiel over here looking light skinned and stuff, man. Look at that brother.
Yeah, that brother.
That brother shine black, boy. Woo! The spirit of God is upon Pagiel. That's shine.
That's right. Shine black.
Wisdom make a man's face to shine. All praises. Welcome to Four Corners News, man. Sorry for the delay, but you know how Tech Team is. Hey.
Tech Team.
And this week, for the first segment of our show, we've got Officer, put the camera off, Azaniah. He is, nope. There you go. He's the honorary. Man, y'all need some damn, look, they messed up the switch.
I know, right? Look.
We got hey man, get Officer Azaniah's camera real clear so we can cause he's standing in for the tech team whenever they mess up. We're gonna point right to him. Make it clear. I want to make it clear.
I'm just a guy.
You just a guy?
That's his excuse.
Tech team guy.
I bet you are.
Hey, so let's get into it, man. It's Black History Month, and white people out here want to let you know how much that they respect your history and how much they honor your 28 days that the white man decided to give us. When it used to be a week, now it's 28 days. So they just want to let you know how much they love you,
right?
And they want you to be one of them. So pull up the song that Billy Joe Bob made in honor of the black people, and it dropped during Black History Month. Can you play that video for the people?
What the fuck you rapping for? Nigga ass nigga, got your sagging pants with your ass hanging out the back, hanging out in front of liquor stores selling crack, just so you could put some 24s on your Cadillac. Baby mama bitchin', you ain't taking care of business. All you do is smoke weed, run around with other bitches, and you can't keep a job cause you in and out of prison. Guess it must be Trump's fault cause you making bad decisions.
Damn.
Wow. Welcome to Black History Month.
Billy Joe Bob.
Damn. You niggas, sagging pants niggas.
Damn.
Come on now, dog.
You know the thing that got
Come
me,
on, man.
The thing that got me is just black people willingly
they out
on
there.
the video
dancing.
They talking
Nigga, pants singing.
You talking about
did
Jake
they pay
Crip walking? Yeah, that bothered me too. I was questioning. It was question marks.
He cool, like
let's
play
it one more time.
He got
Maybe
the N-word pass.
People might be in shock.
Go back to Jake Crip.
One more again. Play it for the people.
Crip
The parental advisory for the words. But this is where the truth speaks.
Yeah, it has to speak, yeah.
Play it.
They need it.
What the fuck you rapping for? Nigga ass nigga, got your sagging
Pause
pants
it.
with your
Pause it. He said nigga ass nigga.
Yeah.
Black people don't even say that.
Right. That was a nigga sandwich.
You old nigga.
Yeah. Yep.
That's some Uncle Ruckus stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta shut your white mouth.
This is my question. What made him have the confidence and the gall to even just sit there and just say the N-word? Who gave him the nigga pass? And
there you go.
And then who boosted his head up saying this is gonna be hard? This is gonna be hot.
Nobody gonna say nothing to you.
Right. I know he went around asking, "Hey, you think I can say it, y'all?"
Yeah, you one of us.
Yeah.
With your damn farmer's hat on.
Hey, I was about to say the same thing, Cap.
Wow.
Look like the KKK hat.
Man, that dude look like he's in that. He said nigga ass nigga.
Yeah.
That's a big diss right there.
That's a big diss, dude.
It wasn't enough racism on the first nigga, so he had to add.
He doubled up on it.
Doubled up. That was
Nigga ass.
nigga sandwich.
Hey, this is not making
Negro sandwich.
This is not making the front page for Black History Month. This is not.
But real talk, officer. This is to coon ass black people. This is what Martin Luther King died for, right here.
This is the dream.
You can't complain.
Wow.
You can't complain now. That's what he
One
died
day.
for, to give KKK ass looking Billy Bobs
Right.
the
Right.
right
Boots.
to say nigga ass nigga.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Damn.
And he's doing it in the hood too.
Not even. Not even Paul Wall ever spoke like that.
You right.
That's who he said it for.
Tipping on fofo.
He said it for Eminem. He
Yeah.
said it for Pow Wow.
Paul Wall.
What's the other
Eminem.
Vanilla
Eminem.
Ice.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, Vanilla
I
Ice.
said it for all of them.
Hey, Eminem didn't even say the N-word though.
Yeah, that's who he said it for. He had a lot.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Damn.
Logic.
Hey, Kev, I got an article
Logic.
real quick.
Yes.
I got
Logic was
an
Drake.
Hey, tech team, pull up vulture culture. I posted it in the tech team.
Yeah,
real
pull
quick.
it up, man.
Pull that up, man. The definition of vulture culture. I sent it to y'all.
That's
That's
how-
exactly what you're seeing right now.
Black History
Damn.
Month, and wait, and he had this. I'm gonna let you know this because as Captain Zephaniah likes to say, the Miami Music Machine. That's what he call us. Miami Music Machine. Captain Zeph, shout out Captain Zeph. It takes time. When making, cause they call me Z Diddy. I don't know why they call me that, but
We know why.
when making music, you don't record a song the same day and shoot the video the same day.
No.
That song been sitting on the shelf waiting.
Yeah.
That video was recorded a while back,
Yep.
and it took time to edit that video. And then they said, hey, is the video finished? Yeah, it's finished. Wait until February to drop that. Wait till February to drop it. We gonna shut them down with this.
The number one hit.
And you know what this Edomite is gonna just sit there and say? I just want to bring awareness to everything that's going into the community.
I'm one of y'all. I bleed red too.
Yeah.
I'm an American. Hey, pull it up what Cap Severus talk about, man.
Hey, you got it? Y'all found it? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, man.
Scroll down.
What it means to be a culture vulture.
Scroll down. Go ahead. Keep going. Hold on. Let me see what I blow it up so I can see it. Here we go. Keep going. Keep going down.
You want to go to the rap music part? I saw something that said
No.
rap music on there. Black people adopting staples.
I saw what it said. The white people.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Counterpart. Read that right there. There.
Counterpoint.
Read that.
Counterpoint.
Come on now. What's going
Thank
on?
you, Tech Team.
There we go. Tech Team.
Asanaya, where you at?
There we go. Go ahead, read that.
Read that.
If you're searching for validation in the term culture vulture, congrats, you've found it. This term applies to someone who essentially takes something from a culture outside of their own and markets it as an original idea with a lack of respect and attribution.
With the lack of what?
Lack of respect.
Read it again.
This term applies to someone who essentially takes something from a culture outside of their own and markets it as an original idea with a lack of respect and attribution.
Nigga. Go ahead.
A nigga sandwich. Damn.
To the origin of that trend. It's synonymous with cultural appropriation.
That's what that is.
Damn.
Yep.
But it is not to be confused with the event in which someone invites you into their space or an aspect of their culture.
Yes, go ahead.
Of course, just like your favorite seasonal Starbucks drink, it's only for a limited time.
Black History Month.
Only for a limited time.
Wow, limited time. 28 days.
That's
you can
it.
call us nigga.
Sorry, your culture is
After what come after February in Babylon?
You got
March.
Yeah.
March
It's,
1st, the sale is over.
Right.
You say that, Esau, we beat your... That's what they were saying in the hood.
Leprechauns. That's the
Run it back one more again.
Damn.
Welcome to Black History Month.
Unbelievable.
White people want to let you know how much they love you.
There you go.
Yep.
Take your so-called culture and then
You got a hunting
give you a
hat.
nigga sandwich
That
behind
dude
it.
got an Esau hunter's
Hunting
hat,
hat.
man.
Hey,
man.
go back to
You
it.
gotta see his boots too.
Wow.
When he's
Oh,
on
yeah,
in
he
his
got them
natural
construction
habitat.
boots, don't he?
He's
On the
in his
win-
natural habitat. Pull it back up.
Trailer
You're gonna
park.
see where he's at. Where he's at.
Trailer.
Pull it back up. Trailer park.
Wow.
Trailer homes. And he's right in his element, dissing all
Man,
of
that
us.
dude that's probably Esau.
This
That,
look like
that is
it's Philly.
Esau's great-great-grandson.
This is-
Red and hairy all over.
Right.
Yep.
Play the
He got
video.
his hunter hat on.
What the fuck
look
you
like
asking
it's in
for?
There you go.
Nigga
That is
ass
a trailer
nigga got
park, wasn't it?
hands
Yeah.
up your ass hanging out the back, hanging out in front of
dancing
liquor store selling crack, just so you can put
Look at his
your
boots.
24
Look at his
in a
boots.
Cadillac. Baby mama bitch, you ain't taking care of business. All you do is smoke weed, run around with other bitches, and you can't keep a job cause you in and out of prison. Guess it must be Trump's fault cause you making bad decisions.
Wow, man.
Hey,
How did them Negroes around him
Right.
let that slide? They only, you know what? That's the problem with Negroes, man. When we hear a beat, we start
Yeah,
cooning.
there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
We start cooning. You don't even listen to the words. By that time, it's too damn late. You caught. Give me that in Psalm 51, man. This is what happened. Psalm chapter 51. Is that what I want? And verse 20 or 21, I think it is.
Brothers turned into video vixens.
Man.
Damn.
That's crazy. Psalm 51 and let's read verse 23. Let's read that. Oh, who's reading? Do we got a reader? Oh. The reader looking at me. What the hell? Look at me. I'm looking at you. Read, man. What's going on?
Who's gonna read?
Come on, Lingo.
Nah,
You forgot?
What'd you?
Did he forget the
Bro,
51.
Psalm 51, verse 19.
That brother caught up in the video. He's like, damn, they let Esau say that? Play it. Help me read it, man.
Then shalt thou be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness.
No, bro.
Isaiah 51, 23.
No, it's Psalms 50 in verse 23. That's what you want?
I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm looking at Isaiah 51, 23.
Oh, you said Psalms.
Did I say Psalms?
Yeah, you said Psalms.
You know what I mean, man. Damn, come on. Look at the video.
That's what I was.
Get your Professor X on. Let's
Damn,
make
London.
it happen.
Last week he was all in the show, but now this week he's all out his element.
Yeah. Come on, read that, man.
Come on, Wolverhampton.
You. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 23.
Yep.
But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down.
When you let Esau make a song like that, straight disrespected the whole damn race. Oh, you hang out liquor stores, you in prison, your baby
Your
mama.
pants below your butt.
Negro ass Negro. They say to you, bow down to your soul. Read on.
That we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground.
Then when you start dancing with Esau, with a white man is singing that song like that, just straight dissing your whole race, and you dancing to it with a black in your hand, pulling up your pants and stuff like that.
Looking crazy as hell.
You have laid your body down to the ground. You ain't got no self-esteem. Like it said in that culture vulture thing, said they lack respect for your whole damn race. They don't care nothing about you. They'll say whatever they want to you.
And Cap, you know what baffles me is that Esau is in the same predicament as the people in the hood, but he knows he's not supposed to stay there.
No, he already knows. He knows he can get up out of there.
With him, he knows he's about to get up out the hood.
He chooses to be there.
He's visiting.
Yeah, he chooses.
This is our lifestyle, but with him, he just exploits
He can leave anytime he wants.
There you go.
Don't make him mad. He'll buy up the whole block.
Right.
Get him mad if you want to.
Right. Also, Biden out here doing special things for Black History Month also, too. He's trying to help black people smoke crack better. Damn. Yeah, you heard me right. He out here trying to help black people smoke crack better.
Hey, that was a hell of a transition. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Line them up. Pull it up, man. Look what Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, Jim Crow Joe. Read that for him, soldier.
What is going
Biden
on?
administration to fund programs to hand out crack pipes.
He out here trying to help black people smoke crack better.
There you go.
Damn.
On Black History Month, because they love you.
Yeah.
Hey, what in the hell?
Our people lack to see the hatred that comes from these other nations. How do you miss this?
Yeah.
Here's my question.
This is a big clue.
Here's my question. Where do they get the funding from if we dead ass broke?
They get it out of your damn taxes.
There you go.
They'll take your taxes and buy some crack pipes
There you go.
to further destroy us as a people.
That's how much they
And they're
hate
going to
us.
be like, hey, we're helping you out. Because in the whole mindset that Esau has behind it, we're going to cut down on transmitted diseases from broken crack pipes in Baltimore's hoods, and we're going to give you fresh crack pipes to smoke. What are you mad about?
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Hey, Cap, you know what our people always say? Let us get reparation.
Yeah.
Well, they say, nah, I'm going to give you funds for this
Yep.
crack pipe
There
for
you
you
go.
to further
There you
destroy
go.
yourself.
There you go.
Forget about reparations. I'd rather see you die before I even give you $1. That's what he's saying.
That's what it is right
And
there,
look how
man.
it started. Remember that whole thing in Chicago with them opening up the CBD weed store now, right?
Yeah.
Legalizing weed.
Yeah, there you
It
go.
was that was the beginning.
Yep.
It's a
Okay.
stepping stool.
Right. They locked your butt up for the crack epidemic.
Yeah.
Now they go in ahead and legalized it while you still rotting in those jails for those old sentences.
Yep.
Now they said, you know what? We're going to lighten up this here. We're going to lighten it up. We locked you up. Now we're going to make it free.
Let's get him a crack care package.
There you go. Crack care.
Crack care package.
First come, first serve.
They was locking people up for, selling crack and doing crack, whatever it may be. But now, when the government gives it to you, it's okay.
It's
now.
okay now. It's legal.
Right. I'm your guy.
This crack pipe is furnished by the U.S. government.
Wow.
Damn.
Hey, this might say
It's a recycled crack pipe.
Yeah, it might say from the FDA. What was that?
FDA approved.
FDA
FDA approved.
Right.
And
That's crazy.
Remind you, during the epidemic in 2020, they had the needle exchange.
Yeah.
Want to give you clean needles to go inject yourself with more poison.
Yep, exactly right.
Wow.
Let's go to the main points of that article so we can read that. Pull it up, the main points of the logic behind Esau giving fresh crack pipes to his black folk. Damn. Pull it. Let's read that.
HHS said that the kits will serve to limit the risk of infection.
I told you that's what it is. Like, hey, man, we want to cut down on diseases. Give them fresh crack pipes. Go ahead.
Typically, users smoke out of glass pipes, which can lead to cuts and sores that become infected with diseases like hepatitis C.
Man, I'm telling you, there is no solution to our problems here in this place. They they don't give you in this place right here. Their plan is not to heal us from our sicknesses, our spiritual diseases that we got. Their thing is only to make us more comfortable in the sin that we have so they can continue to rule over us as a people.
Right.
But they mask it as it's help. It's going to keep you from doing hepatitis B, but you might steal your mama's VCR.
Yeah.
You might sell your daughter for sex.
Right.
You might sell your own damn body.
Right.
But when you get pulled over, you can tell the police it's a prescribed crack pipe.
Look, that says U.S. government pipe right there.
Yeah.
FDA approved.
It's legal. You
It's
can't
legal.
do nothing to me.
And when you try to kick the habit, you know what? I need to change. No problem.
Right,
They'll put you into one of those institutes, rehabs that give you more drugs.
Right.
They say you can't just go cold turkey. They got to give you more of those same drugs to wean you off.
Yeah, that's why the medical industry, man, and we all know from the times that we in now, the medical industry is nothing but big business.
Yeah.
They're not out there to heal you and keep you living. No, you got to be wealthy for them to keep on. What was that dude's name? John Rockefeller, the one that had eight heart transplants and looked like he was already dead and skin. He lived to be 90-something years old. He should have been dead at about 62. But he have had so many different heart transplants. The reason why he lived that long and they kept him alive is because he was pumping money into their industry. They're like, hey, you gonna keep paying us? Hell, we'll keep you alive even if you really are dead. We'll keep your eyes open. Wow. That's what they're about. They're not about healing nobody, just to keep you alive, to keep money going through the system. Go back to it. Hold on, go back to it. Read that, handing out pipes.
Handing out pipes is also intended to prompt users to smoke rather than inject themselves with some substance.
Go ahead.
Like meth, as injection is far riskier.
Now look, read this. Look who the program is made for. Read the next part.
Applicants for the program get priority.
You get priority. You go get the first crack pipe off the assembly line. Read.
If they serve underserved communities.
Underserved communities, which are who?
Such as African Americans.
Oh, y'all get a crack pipe first.
Or Native Americans.
And our brothers, the Native Americans. And who else?
Or LGBTQ people.
That's just a code word for more black people that suffer from the lifestyle they live and their mind is all jacked up and they on crack. Hey, we're going to give you one too. We'll give you a pipe.
What the hell is this?
We're going to give you a peace pipe.
You see, Cap, when people ask, how are we under racism today?
That's
it.
There you go, man.
Hey, I was thinking
They
the
directly
same thing.
targeted. They directly targeted us.
Yep, exactly right.
You got time for a script?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Get Psalms 26 in verse 9. Look what King David said. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 26 and verse 9. Read it out. Gather not my soul with sinners.
Gather not my soul with sinners. Come on.
Nor my life with bloody men.
Read verse 10 now.
In whose hands is mischief.
Uh-huh.
And their right hand is full of bribes.
That's all it is.
Hey,
To
that's a
keep you in
cold
sin.
precept right there.
Keep you right in sin.
Full of
Sin.
bribes.
Yep.
We'll keep you from catching hepatitis B. Just come on and get this government-issued fresh crack pipe that's going to destroy you and your spirit and your nation even further. Come on in. We got solutions for you. That's bribes in their hands, man. That's what the Bible talks about. Woe to the bloody city.
Yeah.
That what is that? Give me that in Micah chapter 2. Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. That's why people be like, oh man, y'all against everything. Because this stuff right here that's done in the dark.
Right.
You don't realize what they doing to our people, and they masking it as solutions, but it's just further to destroy us. And look what they do with it. Micah chapter 2, verse 1.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Read.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
They devise iniquities in their beds. Well, hey, they have a meeting and be like, can anybody got any solutions? No, I can't come up with one. Well, you know what? Everybody just go home and sleep on it, and we'll reconvene tomorrow.
Wow.
And then they come in the morning, I got it. Let's produce crack pipes for the blacks and native Indians to keep them doped up. And just think about this. Why do you trying to give crack pipes to native Indians when you know already our brothers suffer from alcoholism, and you going to go ahead and furnish it even more by giving them fresh crack pipes off the assembly line? That's what you call genocide.
There you go.
Hey, Cal, I
Go
just
ahead.
looked it up, right? You know, the crack epidemic back in 1980s. This is 1984, between 1984 and 1989, the homicide rate of black males between the age of 14 to 17 more than doubled.
Damn. Doing the crack. And so what you think it's going to be when they get some fresh
Forget
crack
about
pipes?
it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gonna stay up there. Go back to the article and read the last little line on that part, because they're going to admit to where it started at. Read that.
The crack cocaine epidemic started in the 1980s.
That's what you just read, Pagiel. Read.
Disproportionately ravaged the black community.
So why would you fund us with more crack pipes if you know it destroyed us?
That's the whole point. That's the weapon.
There
right
you
there.
go. That's the weaponry.
That's you're gonna give them a crack pipe. They don't have crack to actually smoke, but now they have a crack pipe though. Now they like, damn, I got a crack pipe.
Let me go find some.
Now I gotta go find some crack.
There you go.
Now they do it with no shame now.
Yeah.
Before, you'll see them in the corners, they won't talk about it. But now you basically bust the doors wide open.
Yep.
What's the term? Pandora's box.
Now, and this is, you got to think about this too. This is, how in the black community, it's somewhat of a shame to be a crackhead. Damn, you don't smoke crack?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what's that dude on, what was that show, that movie, Lean on Me? You smoke crack, don't you? Jump. Go ahead, jump. You smoke crack, don't you?
Mr. Clark, Mr. Clark.
It was a shame to be labeled as a crackhead.
Yeah, that was the
Especially
worst
you had
drug.
parents that was crackheads. Oh, your mama a crackhead. You
Yeah.
would hate to go to school or even show your face because they would joke on you. Would always have something hanging over your head with that and doing that. So if that's the case, they got that to hang over our head as a people. Why would you help further the destruction if this is a place where we are all equal? You love your neighbor as your. This is a Christian country.
Right.
Why are you helping people go smoke more crack instead of finding solutions to get them off of the crack? That lets you know that your enemy has never loved you at all.
Right.
All he wants is your damn votes and your damn cheap labor to keep his company running, his country running.
Right.
That's it.
Like Cap, if they want to stop the crack epidemic, just stop pushing crack in black neighborhoods.
There you go.
Message.
They have meetings. They say, hey, what can we do to destroy the black people more? We already give them abortions. We give them the music.
Right.
They hate each other.
Right.
Oh, another idea. Give them crack
pipes.
Crack pipes.
There's no longer crates of guns being found no more. It's not that. Now what they're using is those chemicals. They're using those drugs.
And also, when I was talking about how they hang it over your head, you giving them crack pipes, the government giving them crack pipes, you know what's going to eventually happen? It's not going to be a shame anymore to be a crackhead.
There you go.
Just like they've been pushing
shame.
LGBTQ on us for 10, 15
There you
years.
go. Yep.
Damn. Now it's like, hey, man, what you talking? We all equal, man. You bet not. That's hate crime. You say anything against them.
Right.
They giving out fresh crack pipes.
Fresh crack pipes.
They go, bet you got a grocery bag. Oh yeah, I went to the store. I got a bag of Funyuns. I got a damn old English 800. What else you got in the bag? Oh man, I just got the crack pipe. Stopped by the store, got the crack pipe. So for
I'm
later
good to
on.
go.
Oh, you got crack. You got a new crack pipe too. Oh man, okay, you good. I
Cap,
see. You keep a fresh crack pipe. Oh man, we can't talk to you. Can't say nothing to you.
You know how much you just say is so true. Remember back then, it was a shame to be a drunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Once-
yeah.
Once they made that
Shame.
song, I'm tipsy, whatever it was, everybody
yeah.
started being drunk.
Right.
Yep.
Like they just find it so friend. Like it's
It's
something
not going to be a shame
Yeah,
anymore.
it's not a shame.
That's what they doing with that right there. Hey, so also some more white people want to let you know how much they love Black history. DeSantis is out here in Florida. He's making sure that he is letting you Black people know that he don't need your damn votes. He don't want your votes. He don't give nothing about you. He don't care if you leave the damn state. He don't care. Pull up the article what DeSantis is out here doing now, man. Look how he's out here helping good old Esau in Florida. Read that.
Florida advances bill that would ban making white people feel bad about racism. And no, that's not a joke.
That's not a joke. They're one step closer to eradicating Black history from the schools completely. Because anytime you start talking about Black history, it's going to make white people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Right.
Even if you go to the times of the Civil Rights era, right? Where you talk about voting, right? Even in there, talking about Martin Luther King legacy, you have to talk about the struggle that he had to reach to get there.
There you go. I want to know how that's going to happen.
That was white folks
Hey.
sicking dogs on them.
Right.
That was
Right.
white folks hitting them in the head with bricks,
Hosing
blowing
them
up
down.
a church and killing kids.
Right.
What was that? It was a bus that was headed to somewhere. The police pulled over the bus and they killed them young SNCC kids. It was SNCC. Yeah, they killed them. They found them. They found the bus and the kids buried up under the damn ground.
Damn.
How you gonna get around that? You can't. So you know what? Just take the whole damn thing out and skip to the end.
Right.
Which I don't know where you go skip
There
to the
you go.
end where it's
It's
been good.
It's gonna begin again.
Right, because you got. I mean, the next major thing in Black history for us will be the damn crack epidemic,
There
and
you
they
go.
try to give us crack pipes.
Right.
Yeah, you was always a crackhead.
Yeah. After that, you got police brutality and racial profiling, and then damn Black Lives Matter. I mean, what you gonna talk about in you can't talk about sports. Hell, it's racism in sports.
Right.
So I guess they just gonna wind down to
what
talk
you-
about crack in school. What about those free crack pipes we get?
There you go.
Hey, that's the same thing they gonna say. Hey,
Talk
didn't we
about.
give you welfare from welfare? Because remember, it started in the '80s too. The welfare, all that they gave to us, the crack. They said, "Oh no, all this free stuff we gave. Come on, we gave you housing."
What history are you going to talk about when it
Right.
comes to Black people that's not going to make white people upset about anything? Because anytime you mention any positives,
Right.
it's
Right.
going to be negatives right there along with it.
Right.
That's crazy, Cap. Like it's like once you mention art and history with Edomite history, there's nothing positive about it.
Nothing at all.
No.
Nothing at all. For this reason, give me that in Ezekiel. I'm gonna show you. That's what Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. This is why there's no positive history between us and them. At any point in time, it's all you'll be like, oh man, I'm literally trying to think of something good that's happened to Black folks here.
Segregation.
That's not it.
There you go.
It's close, but
I'm
on
telling
top
you.
of that,
Come on,
still-
studio audience. Name something good that's happened to Black people where it
YouTube.
ain't been no bad that's happened between us and white people.
YouTube, Facebook, where you at?
They
Hey,
gave
they
us
gon-
YouTube. They gave us Facebook. Stimulus check. Oh, damn,
Hey.
that's what.
Hey,
That didn't work
hey,
because
work.
that didn't work
No, that's
because they
crumbs.
gave crackheads more money.
There you go.
Right,
Crap,
right.
That's crumbs.
That's a bribe
not
to
that's
destroy
That's a
yourself.
bribe. That's
Yeah,
crumbs.
That was a bribe.
That's what it
That's
is.
crumbs.
That's a
Yeah.
bribe.
He tried.
They gave on
YouTube, talk to
Jordans.
us, man. What name one? What'd you say?
They
Austin?
said they get on the new Jordans.
The new Jordans?
Not a damn thing.
Well, that ain't gonna
Not a
work
damn
either
thing.
because they be
Nah.
getting in fights and
Stabbing,
brawling.
shooting.
When the size 12 go out, they rob Negroes for that.
Right. Hey, the what?
Child tax credit. No.
Child tax
That's
credit?
just like the
Nah,
stimulus
man, they
check.
don't give nothing. That just
Nothing.
give single Black women more money to buy
There you
weave.
go.
Right.
There you go. Damn.
And hate theyself. Obama phones. There's more drug deals was made on that.
What?
You can't use that one.
Damn.
Damn.
They gonna say they gave you
Name
a
one.
black president, Cap.
A Black president? Man, that dude gave us
LGBT.
sodomite rights.
There you go. There you go.
Damn. They give us nothing.
Somebody, Roz Lowe said 1,400 ain't nothing. You right,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it ain't.
That's rent, man. That's past due rent.
Somebody
We was
said-
late
That's,
anyway.
that's credit payments right there.
Then you really can't think. He said the internet still.
Somebody said no school and COVID.
No school because of COVID.
That was worse though.
Nah, because a lot of young girls got pregnant off of that. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Wow.
Yep.
Yep.
A lot of wetlock babies was made.
Somebody said Harlem Renaissance. They didn't give that to us. They didn't give that to black people. That Harlem Renaissance, we created that. I'm trying to name something
You know
that
the crazy thing
white
is-
folk gave us and wasn't no problems behind it.
Hey,
We are really
you know
trying.
what? You know what it is? You know what it is? Hey, I tell
You know
right
why we can't find that? Because God said you're gonna be cursed in the city.
Right.
That's right.
If you even if you think of something
Right.
to come up with, it proves you're a coon.
Yep.
Choo coon train is
Right.
coming. Choo choo.
So, Cap, you mean to tell me there's no good old white folk that actually care about us?
Well, I know one. Oh, they say, yep, that's the one thing that happened good. OJ got acquitted. That was it right there.
Don't forget.
OJ got it. If the glove does not
Hey,
fit,
man.
you must have quit.
But they caught him on the rebound, though.
Yeah, they did. Hey, I'm still waiting for my OJ
sue his
prize.
ass.
Hey, where's my OJ prize,
We
man?
gave y'all one. That's it. That's
That
all
was
y'all
it.
got.
one.
Hey, give me that in Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. This why it ain't never been no peace amongst us to where when a cop pull up behind you, you don't have to make sure you got your seatbelt. Whoever did this, now you know I ain't lying. When you
I'm
ain't got
right
your
with
you.
seatbelt on, you
Up.
do this.
Yeah. Yep.
Real slow.
Hey, man, I did that coming over
Do
here.
that thing slick as hell.
I did
Right
that coming
there. You
over
had
here.
your phone. You be having your phone down
Right.
here. And you look up because you be driving and
leave it on
texting
your
at
lap.
the same. You say,
Right.
Hey, Cap, do it again. Do
It
it
was always
again.
there.
Hey, Cap, do it again. Do it again. Do
What?
the
The
little
seatbelt.
thing.
The sneaky seatbelt.
Hey, look at
You trying to keep your head straight.
Hey, man, the whole time you doing that, your eyes is on the side
you
mirror.
look, you do this. You
Yeah,
look,
looking
you
on
looking
the
in
side
the mirror.
mirror.
Yeah, you look at
See if he jump behind you.
Yeah.
Trying to see if he jump
If they
behind you.
jump behind me, I'm
the
moving to
suit.
the next lane. If he jump back
Yeah,
again,
you
I'll
know
just
that.
stop.
You're like, damn, he
Yeah,
about
I'll
to
just
get
stop.
me. If you get over, because we have not lived, you notice they put you drive past a cop. Your first thought is, damn, I hope he don't pull out behind me.
Right.
You got insurance, you got your license, you got
clean.
everything.
Yep.
He does pull out behind you,
Right.
like, oh damn, he coming for me. I was going 42 in a 40. He about to get me.
Cap.
And then he pull up behind you. He start right. You switch lanes. You be like, oh, he good. You switch lanes and you get one car in front of him. He switch lanes with you and
coming
speed
for
up.
you
You're like,
now.
oh,
You done.
damn. Switch back over. Oh, he's coming for me.
You done.
Hey, Cap. You know
And then when he drive past you, when you turn, hit the right signal to turn, and he drive past you, be like, whew, I thought he was coming.
And you notice
you
after
always-
that, you notice you going the wrong direction.
Yeah, yeah. You be like, damn, I got to hit a
Turn
U-turn.
back around.
I wasn't even trying to go this way.
Right.
you know that happened to me, right? On I-95, 3 in the morning. All I just
Where's
did
the
was
violin music?
when I took out my license, my registration. I put all my windows down, and I put my hands out on the side like this, like I was a criminal. Like
That brother assumed the position.
I assumed the position. He walked up
Damn.
and said, "I'm not here to hurt you." I said, "Nah." Mike
Don't risk
Brown
it.
ended up dying.
Damn.
I'm cool. What do you need?
Read that Ezekiel 35 and 5. It's why we ain't never had no peace. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
That's why you ain't never had no peace here in Babylon the Great. Ain't nothing you can name where it ain't been a moment of peace where we ain't had to worry about nothing here in this captivity.
Right.
Always, it might not been you, but it's somebody in your family going through it.
Yep.
Go ahead, read on.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
When we got up out of hard bondage slavery, when God said it's time to take the chains off their necks so they can begin to return unto me, what did white folk do? They made the damn Jim Crow laws and the damn KKK to terrorize us.
Now the pipes.
They killed Malcolm X, daddy, laid him on train tracks.
Yeah.
And had him ran over by a train. KKK did that. He mentions that in the movie, in his book also. We ain't never had no peace, and we ain't gonna never have no peace here until Christ come and deliver us, because this place is not our rest.
Right.
Hey, so also in the news, it was this is Elam out here. He's speaking the truth. You know, you gotta find sometimes where other nations speak truth, and you gotta bring it out, because this is where the truth speaks. Look how other nations mock us with what we call ourselves, because this is what? Black History Month, right? Look what Elam says in his comedy sketch. It may have some cussing in it, so you got kids, cover their ears, send them in the room. All right? Play that.
Like, I think about the colors of people. Who came up with the colors of people? It had to be white people, because they picked white for themselves. White people are not white.
Right.
They're light pink at best. So here's what, I think it was 2 white explorers. They were going to all the different countries exploring, right? I think they went to India first. They saw people look like me. They were like, brown. We're white, they're brown. This is going to be easy. Let's keep it moving. And then they went to Africa. They saw the Africans, and they were like, shit, all right. These people are also brown. What do we call them?
We are brown. Pause it. I want you to know all the other nations know that we are brown.
Right.
We just darker brown than they are. Yep. The only reason they label us with the name that, and he's great said, the name that we have is because of the curses that we under, where God said he was going to take his name away from us. So when the oppressor came along, who was the world was given into his hand to rule the thing, he got to name us whatever he wanted to. Go back, play the video. Watch this. Play the video.
About taller brown or cooler brown. He's like, no, too many syllables. Let's just go with black. And he's like, yeah, but technically they're not black. He's like, I know, but this is more of an efficiency thing at this point. Go. So let's just keep it moving. White, brown, black, and then we're done with shades of brown. No more brown.
Now look at this.
And then they went to America and they saw the natives and they were like, motherfucker. What do we call them? One guy's like, red. It's like, red? Are you even looking at these people anymore?
Right.
The only red person I've ever seen is a very angry white guy, if I'm being honest.
Hey!
Message!
There you go. But look at that. They have been able to name us whatever they want to. They saw us, they name them black. Saw our brothers, the native Indians, who are Gad in the Bible, said, call them red. They not red. We all different shades of brown except Esau.
Yep.
Right. And look, and this is how you get. Give me that in 2 Thessalonians. You got to see the wisdom of God, how it's infinite, how his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. God made sure he gave this red man a distinctive color that you would be able to identify him out of all the people on the face of the earth.
Right.
2 Thessalonians, I think it's 2, and read verse 4. Read what God called him. Read that.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4.
Yeah.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
How would you oppose it and exalt yourself above all that's called God? You wouldn't even go to the word of God to find out what these people's name is according to God.
Right.
When you stepped on the scene, you're going to say, you know what? They brown, we white, they black, and they red. We're going to name the people of the earth because we God. They oppose themselves and set themselves above God. Read on.
Or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Read.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now you know.
Verse 3. Come on, Dad. Come on, Lingo, Wolverhampton. Verse 3.
Come on now, dog.
Read that. But we can still use that, though. They oppose themselves against God. Verse 3.
Verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed.
That who?
The man of sin be revealed.
All you got to do is open up your spiritual eyes. God gave the man of sin a clear distinction of who he is on the earth. He's the red man.
Right.
Everybody else is brown. The Edomite just said it.
Right.
He said, Dad, we got here. He said, we brown. These East Indians are brown.
Right.
These so-called Africans, which are Israelites, damn, they're another shade of brown.
Right.
The Native Americans, damn, they brown too, but we already got 2 other brown people. Call them red. He seen everybody on the face of the earth was brown except him. God made sure that you would be able to identify the man of sin by making his ass red.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's that red alarm.
That's the red alarm.
Yeah,
red alert.
Red alert.
Stay away from it. Man of sin. Man of sin.
Red alert.
Man of sin.
Tell you, most
He shows himself as God.
Yeah.
That's why they told you don't read the Old Testament, because if you would have read Genesis 25 and 25 in church and you would have seen red and hairy all over, they would have said, turn to your neighbor, and you would have turned. Your ass is Esau.
Yep. Real quick, let me get.
Go ahead.
Real quick. So, Psalms 49 and 11. They do it again.
Yeah.
It says it right here. Read.
Turn to your neighbor.
The book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is.
Their inward thought, their inward counsel. Come on.
That their houses shall continue forever.
I will rule this planet forever. Watch, read.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
Come on.
They call their lands after their own name.
That takes power. That means, that, listen, I'm going to call you whatever I want because I will rule you. That's their thought, their inner thoughts.
Yep.
That's what it's going into.
That's what happened when they came in contact with the people in northeast. They started naming ancient place called Cush. They named it Ethiopia, which is what blackface. Yeah, they named them Egypt. It was Mizraim. They named it Egypt, which means restriction. They came across us and said, "This ain't the land of Israel no more. This place is called Palestine."
There you go.
They started naming the lands after their names the same way. And once they encountered the people that was in the land, hey,
black.
You brown, you black, and we know you not red, but your ass is red. Just to take the heat off of us, you're the red man. That's what God made sure. Just open up your spiritual eyes. You'll be able to see who the man of sin is, because he let you know how much he don't love you during Black History Month with all the stuff that we just poured out, all right? Hey, stay tuned. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks here on Four Corners News.
What's there to say when words can't come out of my mouth? And if so, why am I misunderstood? But I gave you everything that's inside me. I guess not, because my outside remains swole. I was thinking I could do anything I want. In and out the club, in and out the church, all I want. Hanging with the roast, with the girls, all I want. Smoking all the weed, doing all the drugs, all I want. I thought you said you would still love me, as long as I said in my heart that I truly believe. Well, I'm a believer in you, I'm a believer in truth. I'm a believer in truth, but I'm a believer in proof. If I'm a believer in proof, then how did I get from the truth? And I want to give you all of me, with the reason of having to say goodbye. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. I want to live, want to be free. Take these shackles off of me, and please don't let me go. I was lost, but I am back again, hoping that you can set me free from the washing of generations. I'll take these shackles off of me. I am told that you hate the sinner and the sin, and they both relate. So if I'm the sinner, then I am the one that you truly hate. I am ashamed, your word I profane, and now I confess to you. If I could go back, then I would go back and keep it right with you. I was young, love, and I was dumb in all of my ways. I was hateful and unrighteous in my ways. Now I can keep your love, because it is your truth. And because it is your truth, I know it is you. And I'm sorry for letting you down, oh my God. And now I repent and hope to get it right. Don't let me go.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
But where you get that shirt from?
Solomons-closet.com. Your one-stop shop to look fly with affordable prices and great designs. Solomons-closet.com.
We about to turn the world upside down. 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 Upside down.
Welcome back to Four Corners News. I'm Officer Daniel.
Officer Pat JL.
And this is your local news.
All right, go ahead and read that.
You didn't even put us back on it. You just
that's how we
ain't
do
even
it
gonna
now,
let us
man.
pull the article.
Let's go.
All right, all praises. So come on, read.
Universities nationwide host Sex Week ahead of Valentine's Day.
Wow. Sex Week before Valentine's Day.
That's
Valentine's
wicked,
Day is the whole month of February.
The hell is
it's
this?
already all about that. About sex.
Because soon as you see the month pop up, you start seeing those little what do you call those little corner shops where you see the little heart Valentine's candy and all that. It's all whoredom. And now
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
That is not enough time for me to commit whoredom.
Right.
Or fornication.
Let's get back to the article. Scroll down. Read. Yeah, scroll.
Yeah, scroll down.
Read that.
Colleges and universities across America are hosting Sex Week ahead of Valentine's Day. Events that are being held during these Sex Week events.
These are events, but it's all about one thing. Read.
Include Sextravaganza, Freaky Friday, a beginner's guide to pleasure, condom bingo, and more.
Condom
Wow.
What in the hell?
Condom bingo. How does that work?
Trust me, there's no board. There's nobody old people saying number 35. There's no
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Nobody's playing that with condoms.
Bingo.
And let's see what it is. Let's see what condom
Go
bingo
back,
is.
man. This is amazing, man. It is amazing.
Scroll down. Go to condom bingo.
Wow. Condom bingo. Where's that? Hold on. Going too fast.
Hold on. Yeah, you went
Go
too
back.
fast.
Go back up. You went too fast.
Keep
back
going.
up.
Keep going.
Right. Hold on. Right. Right there. Right
there.
there. Read that.
Hood College, for example.
I mean, black college. Community college, y'all.
The hell
Community
is
college.
this?
Come on.
Is hosting condom bingo with the queer student
Now,
union.
why do black colleges always gotta be? Why are they always involving
They the
LGBTQ sodomite stuff with our people?
Hey, officer, they the host. They're leading it.
Damn.
You already know with whose council, but Esau chose us, right? Go ahead, bring it back up. Bring it back up. It's more.
Finish that.
Stating in the event description that participants will play bingo with a Sex Week themed twist.
Damn.
Come on now,
Let's
dog.
get another one. Scroll up.
Come on, man.
Man.
Scroll down.
I think it was the last one. Go down.
Wait. Yeah, read that one. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Masturbation and self-exploration is one event at the student-led Sex Week.
Damn. So
So
masturbation.
They counsel you on pleasuring yourself, basically.
Right.
Boy, ain't no way,
That's what
boy.
they're doing.
One more. One last one. Scroll down. Read that. The small one.
The Lion's Den is a sex toy store.
Damn, now they got the Lion's Den on here.
Yeah. Hey, Cap, I did not bring that out. It was not me. It was not me, Cap.
They take me in. But I tell you, man, and I'm just joking. I relax. All right, let's get some scripts.
Oh man, hey, give me. Hey, you gonna put first?
Yeah. Let me
Go
get
ahead,
2
man.
Timothy chapter 2, verse 22.
That is not IUIC Lions Den. all
Right.
Yo.
So y'all watch out now. IUIC will be straight rebuking.
Hey, get that script.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 22. Read that.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
Flee also youthful lusts, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart.
So you see, that's the thing right there. The world is pushing a lot of lust on our people, especially when you're in college. A lot of people come from high school. You know, they when they get to college campuses, that's when they want to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So you got that youthful lust in you that's just growing. God said you got to flee that stuff, man. When you're on those college campuses, stay away from all those things.
And you could imagine, you notice the time frame how you was bringing out when they push it on you. You know, understand when you in high school and stuff like that, your mind is they're getting you prepared basically to go out there in the world, right? But you're not fully out there because you still have your parents and stuff watching over you. Some of them, a lot of high school students, they still stay with their parents, right? That's supposed to be common amongst our community. Leaving your house at a young age is not normal, right? But the college era, that's more when you're so more independent. And now that you have this all this control over yourself, look what they're pushing on you. Watch this. Go to Isaiah chapter 60 and verse. You was done with that, right? Yep. Go to Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 2. Read that. Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 2.
Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
You see what God says? God says that this place that you're in, this world, United States of America, God says this is a place covered with darkness. Read.
And gross darkness, the people.
And even gross darkness, the people that are in this world. That's why we get things like Sex Week on top of Valentine's Day that was already a whole bunch of whoredom. Now they're adding to it. This place is getting even darker than it already was. And our people going into this world blinded don't even know what to do about it.
Right.
It's crazy.
Hey, let me get 2 Timothy chapter 3, read verse 1. And it goes right there to show you. A lot of people, they don't understand the time that we're living in. They think this is, this is just the top of the world. Like
the hype of,
like we're living our best life. All right,
live
read
your
that
best
scripture.
life, right?
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days, perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
That's what you're saying right there. This whole sex stuff is about pleasuring yourself only. That's it. All those different sex extravaganza.
The hell is this?
What's another one? Condom bingo.
Condom bingo.
Yeah, all that stuff is just to pleasure yourself. In the last days, everybody just want to please themselves.
Called
social media.
Masturbation counsel.
Yeah, like what kind of stuff is that?
What?
Read.
Covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Read.
Without natural affection.
With no natural affection. None of that. That's what happens in the last days. That's what's starting to happen in the last days.
And I just want to jump. You was in 2 Timothy, right?
Yep.
Jump to chapter 3 and read verse 12. Watch what God says about this place. Because our people have to be aware of the state that they are in. And also the time. That's why Christ said you got to watch for the time. And the time that we are in, you're going to start to see all of these things start to pop up. Next thing you know, they're going to be legalizing men with men marriages, women with women marriages. Now they're teaching sex ed in school. Well, they were teaching it before, but now it's getting more extreme.
It's porn egg now.
Now it's, you damn near go to class and they just pop a porn flick in your damn class, and that's what y'all watch. That's the time that we are in. This world is waxing worse and worse. Watch this. Read that.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution.
That's why we suffer persecution, because we tell you that the things in Christ, that is what is right.
Right.
Not this darkness that's in this world. Read.
But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
They shall do what?
Shall wax worse and worse.
That's what is happening. It's waxing worse and worse. There was a time when stuff like this, they didn't even put it on television.
Nope.
That was the time when television cut off at a certain time. You had to stay up super late for those rated R and
How you
what do
know
you call
about
it?
that?
Because hey. I'm
Come
showing my
on
time
now,
a little
dog.
bit, but hey, you had to stay up late to watch stuff like that. But nowadays, you got all these rated R shows and that TVMA.
HD.
You know what I mean?
All that stuff is in HD now.
Yeah, as soon as you see it, it says beware of language, violence, smoking, and nudity. That's in everything now. Read it again.
But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. Deceiving and being deceived.
You see that? That's God. God says that is the time that we are in.
Right. Let me get Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Last script.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
So understand that God honors marriage. But there's something else that he said. Read.
And the bed undefiled. But whoremongers.
All that stuff that they're pushing, especially around this month, February, Valentine's Day, the day of Valentine.
Right,
nobody know who Valentine is.
Nobody question it.
Nobody question it. They just want to celebrate it.
Right.
So walk around doing all kind of sex stuff, passing out condoms, sisters being banged out just for a box of chocolate.
That's just another reason for Jake to get some box.
Right.
That's what he
Boy,
was
ain't no
saying.
way, boy.
So God says, where? Read that scripture again.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
You best believe that God will pass judgment on you. You go around messing with all that stuff that they title sex bingo, sex, all this different sex. No.
Condom
God
bingo.
says he will pass judgment on you.
Hey, but this has been your local news segment. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks on Four Corners News.
Shalom, this is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I have an important message about your leaders in the Christian church. Your bishops, pastors, reverends, and ministers are all lying to you and leading you straight to damnation. The truth is, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Jesus Christ is a black man with white wool hair, according to Revelation chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. We as the Israelites must keep the commandments in the faith of Christ to receive salvation, as it is written in Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. I've challenged and debated Christian authorities all over the world on these issues. Not one of them has been able to negate this truth. Your pastors have led you astray, worshiping pagan holidays and false gods, just as in the days of old. So join us on our mission to restore the true nation of Israel before the decree goes forth. The work is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Visit our website at israelunite.org or call us at 855-484-4842 to learn more and visit our schools. Shalom.
We about to turn the world upside down. 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 Upside down.
Welcome back to Four Corners News. That's right. I'm Officer Azaniah.
I'm Officer Liam.
And this is your international news. All right, we getting straight into it. Come on, let's read.
Biden warns Americans in Ukraine to leave. Says sending troops to evacuate would be world war.
Would be what?
Would be world war.
Wow. Drop a bomb on that. Thank you. All praise to the Most High. Let's scroll down. Let's see what the article is saying. This is what we've been waiting for. Come on.
President Joe Biden issued a warning Thursday to any Americans who remain in Ukraine as Russia continues to threaten an invasion. Leave. American citizens should leave now, Biden said in an interview with NBC News anchor Lester Holt.
Read.
It's not like we're dealing with a terrorist organization.
Watch this. Read.
We're dealing with one of the largest armies in the world.
With one of the largest armies in the world, which is, I believe, it's the USSR or something like that.
Yep.
So it's the USSR versus NATO. This is what happened in World War II. Come on, read.
It's a very different situation, and things could go crazy.
So you see what America is doing? They're not underestimating their opponent. They know they got a long fight ahead of them. Come on.
Yep.
Quickly, he said. Holt asked Biden what scenario could prompt him to send troops to rescue Americans fleeing the country. Biden replied, there's not. That's a world war when Americans in Russia start shooting at one another.
Wow. This is a world war when they start shooting at one another. This is what we're hoping for. This is our hope.
Yep.
This is our hope. This is the hope of our salvation, officer.
Hey, he said, hey, once we start shooting, we'll give a damn about anybody else, man. So you better leave now before the bullets or the bombs stop dropping.
So you know what they're saying is this war is inevitable. This is exactly what they're saying.
Yep.
The scripture says the same thing. Go to Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. War is inevitable. It's coming.
Right.
It's on his way, and we're seeing it at our doorsteps right now. This is the deliverance of all Israel. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the start. This is why we got to get our spirit right and we got to get ourselves right. Watch and pray fast. Come on, read.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
The second woe is past.
The second woe. Woe just means destruction.
Right.
The second world war has already passed. Read.
And behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
This is the third woe. This is the third world war that's about to take place.
Right.
And this is what we're reading about. War is inevitable. And the president even said it himself.
Right. He said, hey, man, you better get out quickly. Hey, man, just a twinkle, just close your eyes. It's already beginning.
Yeah.
That's how quick it's going to come.
That's how quick the war is going to come, because ultimately what they're doing is setting everything up strategically for it to happen.
Yep.
This is what's happening right now.
Exactly. Hey, man, and they know, I'll tell you, Biden already knows it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying, listen, it's going to happen. Ain't nothing going to stop it. But we telling you right now to leave. We warning you. So if you don't leave, that's on you when the bombs start to drop. So leave.
So here's the question, right? Why is this world war going to happen? What's so great about Ukraine?
Right.
Because ultimately Russia knows Ukraine was a part of Russia at one point.
Yep.
And now Ukraine want to be a part of America. And now they have a problem, and that's the reason why they're beefing.
Yeah.
So God is setting everything up strategically in order to get this world war. Go to Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. This is what God is doing. This is what God is setting up strategically. We seeing it playing out in the flesh, but things are happening in the spirit. Angels are moving everywhere. So that way they could align the scriptures and to fulfill Bible prophecy. Come on.
Amos chapter 9 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
America. Right. America is the most sinful kingdom as that we've seen.
Yep.
On local news, they touched on about what was the article they touched on? They touched on what was it? Y'all remember what they just touched on? They just touched on what? Sex week. Giving condoms to what? They've been giving condoms to promote for fornication, right?
Yeah, they got condom bingos and all that. But I tell you, man,
they wicked. This is a sinful kingdom, read.
And I will destroy it.
What God is going to do?
And I will destroy it.
So this is the start of the destruction of America right there. By them having to pull Americans, they don't want no casualties in their hands.
Yep.
Read.
From off the face of the earth.
So God is going to wipe this place off of existence to where nobody is going to be dwelling within America.
Right.
Because it's too tainted.
Yeah.
America is too tainted with the bloods of the saints. It's too tainted with sin that God says, nah, this place is going to be example for exactly what's going to happen. Come on.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
But God is not going to utterly destroy his people. God has a place for his people. This plan is for his people. And what God is going to do, read the next verse.
For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. Like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
So God says, ultimately, even though I sat there and I scattered you.
Right.
I sat there and I scattered you, but guess what? The chosen or the elect, they're not going to go anywhere. And this is music to our ears.
Yeah, it is. Hey, read verse 8 again.
Verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
So the Most High sees everything. The Most High eyes is like a telescope. Say, listen, you can't get away with nothing. I'm seeing everything you're doing. I'm playing chess. You just
They playing checkers. They playing checkers or they playing hopscotch.
Yeah,
they not even in God's league.
Nah, they trying to make up their own game. God said, man, he can't make up nothing. Read it again.
Verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
Read.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
That's the third woe right there that the Most High was talking about in Revelation.
Right.
He said, I'm going to destroy you. That's what we've been waiting for. This is a start right now, and we waiting for the finish line. We waiting for the finish line. We like, hey, man, it's about to start. You know how you wait for the movie to start. But, oh, shoot, the movie about to start, man. Let's chill and relax.
Get your popcorn
get
ready.
Your popcorn, get your drinks, get everything that you need. Show about to go on.
The show is about to go on. What we're seeing is Bible prophecy being unveiled. If this doesn't strengthen your faith, I don't know what will.
I'll tell you. Hey, keep reading.
Verse 9.
Keep reading real quick.
For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
Go ahead.
Like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
So one thing we got to know, Israel, the Most High is going to have our back if we keep in the law, statutes, and command. Because I'm telling you, the woe is coming. You better be prepared, Israel.
All right. This has been your international news. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks with more Four Corners News.
Chapter 11, verse 10. For he looked for a city which hath foundations, whose builder and maker is God. For we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry, ye are God's building. Isaiah chapter 49, verse 5. Now, saith the Lord, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord. My God shall be my strength.
That what? My God what?
And my God shall be my strength.
And that my God shall be my strength.
Verse 6, he said, it's a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel.
And that's what you meant here in Austin doing in your prospective cities. That you're restoring Israel, not destroying. You understand something? If you are trying to sow discord, to tear apart something, you are working for Satan. God called you to raise up the 12 tribes of Israel. And whoever he does not want, he will remove. You are living in real time, seeing this kingdom, Christ's kingdom being built right in front of you. But always know that the kingdom that's being built, the maker is God.
Sirach chapter 2, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You don't know who you are until you're being tried. Everybody's going to be the great warrior who they think they say they are, but until your trial comes, you're not sure. You might have the perception you believe you are, but at that time, just make sure when you're being tried that you are right. It says, and it should be a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to do what?
To raise up the tribes of Jacob.
And to do what?
And to restore the preserved of Israel.
Read on.
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth.
I'm going through this, brothers, for a reason, man. I want you all to understand how to grow in this truth, how to endure, because this truth is about enduring. Can you stand the test of time? A lot of times it's hard for people to look at themselves, but if you ever want to rise up from ashes, I'm telling you, you've got to be honest with oneself of who you are.
We about to turn the world upside down. 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 Upside down.
Welcome back to Four Corners News, and you've tuned in to This Week in Israel.
Welcome back to This Week in Israel. This Week in Israel is brought to you by Patient Saints Radio.
Shout out to Deacon Malachi, and all the captains up here in ATL. What's that? Live every Sunday at 10 a.m.
All right now. You can't say we ain't do nothing good for you now.
That's right. Shout out to ATL, man. Shout out to ATL, man. Play the commercial.
Come on now. Play the commercial.
This is to provide sex, food, shelter, clothing. 4 things, right? Sex, food,
duty of marriage.
Shelter. Yeah, the sex is the duty of marriage. Right? Duty of marriage, clothing, shelter, food. Sister, you see those 4 things? Let me put it. Where's the camera at? Where's the camera? You see those 4 things? Sex, food, shelter, clothing. Anything after those 4 things is extra. Yep. Get your mind. Hey. Get your mind around this. Anything after those 4 things is extra. If you want a $500 Gucci bag, get a job.
What about a $300 wig?
Huh?
What about a $300 wig?
Get a job.
What about a $450 purse?
Get a job.
What about a $50 cell phone bill?
Get a job. Anything else? Anything else, Solomon?
I'm scared to say so.
Anything else?
Make sure you tune in to Patient Sakes Radio Sundays at 10 a.m. All right, get it in with Deacon Malachi and the rest of the captains up there. All right, all praise to the Most High. This week in Israel, the house of Officer Semachiah brought another little prophet into the world. All praises to the Most High. Brought him in today. Today, around 8:30 in the morning. Congratulations to the house of Officer Semachiah out of Chicago. Another little prophet back on the earth. Also this week in Israel, Orlando got out and showed a little bit of unity. A lot of people don't understand this truth is about brotherhood. That's what the Bible talks about, brotherhood and unity. So the IUIC Orlando brothers went out to what is called Top Golf. That's what they call it, right?
They went to get their Tiger Woods on.
They Tiger Woods on. You see Captain OC right there shooting a little hole in 4, things of that nature. You might have to try that out, man. See what it's about. Officer Mickey L and them, the brothers enjoying the fellowship and the unity. All praise to the Most High for that. Shout out to IUIC Orlando. Also, further up north in Tallahassee. The Panhandle. Captain Mattathias and the other brothers in leadership in the school went out, took the boots off, as we say, and you prophesy on the streets, then we get a little break. They took their wives out on a marriage is honorable date, a date night, right? Prophets know how to love their wives, right?
That's right.
Tells us too, right? So they went out on a date night. Let's check that video out and see what they did.
Hey, Shalom Israel. We had a quarterly couples outing. Everybody wasn't able to make it, but a lot of people came out, so all praise to the Most High. We are in, where we at? Panama City today. All right, we took a party bus. Yep. So yeah, we just having a good time, All praise to the Most High.
Praises to the Most High. This marriage is honorable out and with Tallahassee up there doing big things. Shout out to Captain.
That's right.
The brothers up there, man.
Also, don't forget Miami also.
Oh, that's right. Break it out.
Come on. IUIC Miami Unity Day.
Oh, so we had us a nice little Unity Day down here, huh?
You
One
know
mind,
it.
one spirit. You see the brothers playing some spades over there.
There we go.
Levi learned how to play spades from Judah.
Should teach you how to play
Got
dominoes.
Soldier Caleb on the grill. See the sisters
That's
getting
right.
it in. I think a game's called Phase 10. I found out Phase 10 was made by a black man.
Really?
Yep. Uno, Esau made Uno. They took Northern Kingdom's word. Well, hell, that ain't even their language. But they made Uno, but Phase 10 was made by a black man. All praise to the Most High. You see Brother Elisha right there looking hard at the chessboard right there. I wonder if he won that game right there. You think he won that game?
Nah.
Hey, we got Officer Lion Kim on the grill.
That's right.
Getting it in, grilling it up. He made sure he came with his Judah shirt on. Let you know he can grill. All praise. Look at that. Woo! That's a good chicken right there, Captain Ferris.
I am vegan.
Them's what you call them? You vegan?
I'm vegan.
Oh Lord. Oh man, there goes another Judite on the grill right there, man. We still, that's Soldier Joab. We still in the process of proving him on the grill. Right. The food was all right, so he can come back again. But that's
he's a trainee. You heard that?
He's a trainee. So IUIC Miami Unity Day, we got it in and did our thing, man. Ain't nothing like brotherhood and unity. Practicing little Psalms 133 amongst the body.
That's right.
Lord's will, we got many more to come. Also, IUIC Los Angeles got out there and let their light shine, like many of the other schools have been doing. Let's play the video because they recorded it. And
hey, all praise to the Most High. Everybody came out here in the spirit of unity. You know what I'm saying? To get a job done, to get some cleaning going on in the community and in the neighborhood. It don't get no better than that. Shining our light, like the scriptures say. We out here to show our people. We got to clean ourselves.
LA got a bunch of junk.
It was in dire need of cleaning. There was some razor blades and stuff like that, and hazards that we actually cleaned up.
I'm seeing something that needs to be done.
sometimes you just got to be proactive. As you can see, the proactiveness.
All praise.
As long as it's being done with the right heart, the right aim, the right goal. And that goal is to clean up our streets so that we can live more comfortably.
Another day, man. There's another day in the shoot, man. At the end of the day, it's another day in the shoot. You know, work got to get done. The Most High is showing us, man, that only us can get our community together. Only we can work together in unity under, you know, under the Most High and the favor of Christ and get things like this done. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 big wide square blocks cleaned up in less than an hour. Look how many people came out to work with us. So you know what? He said it's a beautiful thing that we could dwell together in unity. And on unity, we could get everything together. But as individuals, it's going to be hard. That's why these other camps can't do it. You understand? Because they're individualized. They're not united under one organized nation. For the Most High to get these things done. So all praises to the Most High. We got this thing done. We got a fundraiser done. We switched shirts. Came out here, did a community cleanup. And Lord will, life lasts, we're going to be out here again, cleaning up another neighborhood out here in South Central to bring this understanding to our people. All right? That's shalom, say too. All right.
All praises to the Most High. That's what it's about right there, man. That's what you call letting your light shine.
Hey, also, don't forget now, back to another visit with our international crew.
That's right. Who is that? DR?
DR. Santo Domingo.
Santo Domingo. Simeon.
That's right.
Passing out flyers. All praise to the Most High. Spreading the word over there. I see it. Simeon is rising up. You see that right there, Cap? That's what we call the 11th hour.
There we go.
Yeah, it's coming in. So all praises to the Most High for that. You can't beat that, man. No matter where you at, the truth got to go out because we scattered in all four corners of the earth.
Four corners of the earth.
No matter how damn pretty, you might got an ocean view like they got over there at the DR. They still oppressed.
Yes.
And they need the
they
truth.
Get this work no matter what.
So all praise to the Most High. Shout out to the DR school over there, bro. Passing out those flyers, man. Also this week in Israel, Bishop Nathaniel dropped another Shout Out Tuesday, and I'm telling y'all, if y'all did not go and catch this Shout Out Tuesday, you better go back. He went into the scripts. He went back from the 60s and stuff where they have been planning what they are doing right now to change the Bible.
Yeah.
Take words out and all
Take words out. So now you know those new versions, what they really mean is doing away with the word of God.
Yep, that's it. That's that new world order.
Yes.
Go back and watch that Shout Out Tuesday. That's on IUIC events. Bishop put up the videos, the articles. He read it, what they are doing today, where they pushing this new international version Bible in the churches. This was planned all so they can further the destruction of the Israelites. And we see it happening right before our eyes. And we've been blessed with a prophet amongst us, a leader like Bishop Nathaniel, to see it and be able to explain it to us out of the scriptures. Right. Make sure you go check that out. Shout Out Tuesday. That's on IUIC events. Also, this week in Israel, the captains still doing that work. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah. Also, on IUIC TV, we brought it back for those that have may not seen it or it's hard to find. If you go on IUIC TV, you'll be able to see the sitcom or the series of The Truth Shall Make You Free. It's about 20 videos or more, maybe 25 videos of a bunch of different topics that we have been confused on as a nation out of the Bible.
That's
It's clear cut, straight to the point.
Great starter package, especially if you're new into the truth.
Yep.
This is a great way to build up your faith.
Yep, exactly. Make sure you go check those out because all of us, you see us, Captain Severus Academy, we started with those videos right there, and that helped increase our understanding. Make sure you go check those out on IUIC TV. As I was saying, this week in Israel, the captains are still putting in work. This week, Captain Azariah out of Oklahoma, he dropped his video on Monday, which goes into the sinner and the sin and sinner alike, hateful to God. Make sure you go check that out. That's on the IUIC Captain's page. Also, this Wednesday, Captain Zakai out of New York, he dropped there be spirits. He went into what, and
That's
that
right.
dives into a little bit of the angels, right, and their job and things of that nature. And Lord's will, a little bit later on today, we're going to have Captain Ashanel. I know a lot of y'all might not have seen him in person, but this is Captain Ashanel out of London, who's holding down the international over there for us. All praise to the Most High. He's got his 15 minutes dropping later on today, which is Friday, sundown. Do you have an addiction? That's going to be on the IUIC Captain's page. Make sure you go check that out. If you never heard Captain Ashanel teach, he's a mighty teacher. He brings it out. You'll be edified by that video. All right. So the scripture of the week this week in Israel. Let's see what that says. Black history is Bible history. A lot of people don't understand the blackest book on the planet is the Bible.
That's right.
All of our life, we thought it was a white man's book, but when you actually read it and get the understanding, hell, the Bible started in what we know today as Africa.
Right.
That's right. We came out of Egypt.
Right.
In Africa. That's what we know it as, right? It's the blackest book on the planet. Read that scripture for us, soldier.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 26.
Yep.
And thy carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away.
When did that happen? When they started hanging us from these nooses. Took pictures of them, smiled, made them postcards and sent them throughout all the nations and just let our body hang there. And only way, and if you ever watched 12 Years a Slave, remember what was that, Platt? They left him hanging on that tree all day.
Yep.
And everybody just walked on about their business like it was normal. Why? Because it was normal. And that's the scripture coming to life. Our life will hang in doubt, and the carcasses, the birds shall eat our carcasses. All right? So also this week in Israel, we got the quote from Bishop Nathaniel. Let's read that quote. Let's read that. Bring it up. Read it.
IUIC attracts a special person. The kind that wants to keep the special commandments.
That's why they don't like us, because if you're up here at IUIC and you're keeping the commandments, you're trying to get your life right, you're a special kind of Israelite. Because it takes a special kind of Israelite to adhere to the commandments of God. We don't want you. If you're a bum, you want them damn 5, 6 wives, and you don't want to take care of yourself and all that. No, don't come to
This ain't the
IUIC.
place for you.
This is a special place for special commandment keepers. All praises to the Most High. All right, so the meme of the week. You ready for this one, Captain Barris?
What we got?
Are you ready for the meme of the week? In honor of Black History Month, pull up the meme. Read that. This is from Bishop Nathaniel, too. Read that.
February 1st.
Happy Black History Month. You see Whoopi, right?
Oh, man.
Then the second hit.
Here we go.
Her ass is gone.
Yeah. Wow.
Get her ass up out of there.
Get her out.
February
Happy
2nd.
Black History Month, y'all.
Damn. She was a Negro. They had to get her up out of there. That sums up Black History Month right there.
There you go.
Here today, gone tomorrow. 28 days. You got Whoopi, and you remember in that show, what was that movie with Bernie Mac? Y'all remember what he said? Not you millennials, some of you older brothers in here. Y'all remember what Bernie Mac is? Don't be a menace while drinking your juice in the hood.
Okay, your black lips.
Your
black gums.
He said, I hate Whoopi Goldberg because her black ass lips.
Damn.
Now Whoopi gone.
Damn.
Woo. All right, hey, we'll be right back after these commercial breaks here on Four Corners News.
Based organization Israel United in Christ took to the streets in the Bain and Grantstown community on Monday,
Bishop
passing out
Nathaniel,
pamphlets,
then
spreading
Israel,
the teaching.
Who's the founder,
Israel
of course, of
United
the
in
Israel
Christ
United
is in Nigeria to offer
Christ.
what they term as a different perspective to Christianity.
Israel United in Christ.
That is correct.
What is this, a religion, a denomination? What is it?
It's prophecy. You are now a witness to the greatest movement known to man. The great awakening of the 12 tribes of Israel. IUIC has taken the charge from the Lord to travel throughout the four corners of the earth. We've completed 35 missions without you. Imagine what we can do with you. Join now.
بتحد ودو زعمنا زبلا كله بتحد ودو زعمنا زبلا كله نايزل علم هيوت من انت خلق
De man die de meeste van zijn eigen broers elkaar haten. Hij is vol haar. En wanneer hij oud is en hij wordt een opa, wat voor kleur heeft hij? Normaal. Erko, waar kiet was dat kongen te jamekos? Ore te mira su prinses, dat kan het in garçon. Goed dat brengen ze naar woorden.
Dutch. Stiksem. I prishon na road, kumoi sei is gesagt. So greshillen mich.
Wir wurden getäuscht. Man sagte, tja, wir wissen zwar nicht, wann Christus geboren worden ist, aber wir feiern Christus am 25.
Vas a morir en 2 meses. Mira, dice que tu abuelo te va a dejar una herencia. Pero mira, para que te asegures.
Avant d'aller à Jean 12, donne-moi Jean 7, verset 38.
Parti sous parole là, faut retirer bagay ça yo et na figi moun, bagay sans sens. Et nous allons apprendre.
Tata Milanin na vitamine T ay crier na nation. Uno na dever que le Superman fa volonta. Om da tu sondu e go unu kado na kado.
The Messiah is a savior and a conqueror.
Joseph, follow me.
Happening right now in most of our churches. When I mean teaching, I mean teaching doctrine. The Hebrew Israelites, although they are wrong, unfortunately, many of us cannot counter what they're teaching. Number one, because
pause that. Yo, read that scripture again in Luke, man. Luke, run it back, but read that scripture in Luke again for me, man. Let me tell you what Christ said concerning us when we wake up. You know, read that scripture. Let me teach the Christians in them something. Read that scripture again for me, man, in Luke. Okay, read on.
For I will give you a mouth and wisdom.
No, listen, young brother. Christ said his true followers, the Israelites, he gonna give us a mouth of what?
And wisdom.
And wisdom. Read on.
Which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay.
Listen, man, you cannot gainsay nothing the Israelites say.
We about to turn the world upside down. 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 Upside down.
Welcome back to Four Corners News. That's right, where the truth speaks. I am Captain Zakar to my left.
Captain Severus.
And to his left.
Officer Liam.
And to his left.
Officer Azaniah.
And to my right.
Officer Daniel.
And to his right.
Officer Patriel.
And we make up Four Corners News. That's right. Now keep it tuning in, man. We got something for you here. Some more honor of Black History Month from these Edomites that they call themselves Caucasians. We spoke about last week. It was hot last week. It's even more this week. Look what the ADL is out here doing to definitions, man. Because this is Esau. He changed up. He's never solid on anything. Why? Because he's a liar.
That's right.
Pull that video up. Let's play that.
So this is interesting. The ADL got caught changing the definition of racism twice just this week in response to Whoopi Goldberg's comments. So they changed it from this to this. Whoopi's claim that Hitler wasn't racist because racism is something whites do to blacks is founded in the critical theory definition of racism used by ADL, now erased. Wow, what a way to start Black History Month.
Yeah. Now go to the actual definition so we can see those things. See, this is what we got to realize and understand. Get Sirach 12 and 10. I want you to hold that, but pull up the definitions that they have or they had about racism. Pull those up and let's read those quick. So this is the old definition that ADL made up, right? Anti-Defamation League, fighting hate for good, right? Racism. Read that for us, soldier.
Racism, the marginalization and or oppression of people of color based on a socially constructed racial hierarchy that privileges white people.
That sounds like a damn good definition of racism.
Perfect.
But for some reason, when Whoopi called it out, like, hey, man, them white people fighting white people, man. It's backyard scuffle. It's brothers against brother. Because racism is what we go through.
Right.
That wasn't racism at all, right? They changed the definition to this. Go to the next image. Now look what it says. Racism, interim definition. That means like, hey, this is all we got right now for you. Whoopi pulled the rug out from under us and exposed us.
There you go.
For the liars that we are, that we got, hey, man, we just got to throw something out there. And y'all just take this until we can think of a better lie to push on you.
So we just gonna make this.
We're just gonna make this up, right? This is all we got. Right here. Give me that, and we're gonna read it real quick. But read Sirach 12 and 10. This is why God says this. Read that.
Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Because that original definition, you'd be like, okay, the ADL, which is ran by white folk, okay, they got it right. Racism is what you do to marginalize black people in a systemic way to oppress them and keep them down, right? You think they all good. But God said, never trust your enemy because like iron rust, they're going to change up on you in a blink of an eye. Quick.
Right.
All you got to do is expose them for who they are. They will switch up on you quick. You will become their best black friend.
That's right.
To the nigga that's at the party.
The token black friend.
And this just happened.
The token.
What this just happened? What last week?
Last week.
And we brought it out. Right, we even put it on the screen and everything. Yeah, and it was gone in the blink of an eye.
Quick.
I had
Cap.
I had black friends before last week.
Right.
I got 3 more.
Cap. Now I'm starting to realize why they didn't want us to read in slavery.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, because it would expose who they are and the evil that they are. Go back to the second definition and pull that up real quick. Pull it up. Let's read the made-up definition that they just want people to ride with for right now until they sit down at their tables and think of more evil to push on us. Read that real quick.
Racism occurs when individuals or institutions show more favorable evaluation or treatment of an individual or group based on race or ethnicity.
Now look at this. In their infinite stupidity, even with them changing up the definition of racism, when you read that, you still think of who? Black people. You're like, yeah, that's talking about black people right there.
Right.
The same thing.
That's a group. Yeah, the group you're talking about is black people. You can't be talking about them people that run the record industry.
Bring it out.
You can't be talking about the people that control the media. You can't be talking about the people that run the diamond district. You can't be talking about them people that finance the slave ships to bring black people over here in 1619. No way you talking about racism to them rich ass people. No way. That don't fit them at all. That's talking about us once again, even with them changing that.
Right.
Because we under the curses of God. You can't escape it.
Yeah.
Right.
More and more every time when
That's
they try to hide it, add more dirt to the pile, they try to cover it up. The more and more they expose themselves as the devil.
Yeah. Exactly right.
That's the
It's
same
like
thing we said
Most High exposed him holding a shovel. Like, damn.
There you caught me.
You got me.
You caught me.
And Cap,
Hey, but they did this. You didn't really catch me.
Right.
Yeah.
You're standing over the body now.
Yeah.
You're standing over the body, man.
I found it like this.
Yeah,
I found it.
Go ahead,
Cap,
Officer Dave. What you gonna say?
Like you were saying, even with them changing the definition, it's still saying the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still saying that one race can't exhort themselves over another race. If those was the same race of people going at each other, they're not exhorting themselves against
Nah,
another
they
race.
just fighting.
Right.
They're just fighting. It's the same
That's
race
it.
of people.
You know,
She's
you
still right.
you know how you can pull that lie out? Say, were the Greeks and Romans the same people?
Oh, damn. That's a good one. Good one, because they was fighting. Antiochus Epiphanes showing the hell was fighting against Ptolemy.
Right.
Yep.
Was that racism?
Boom.
That's right.
Good one. Good right there.
And even you can't take away. You can't.
Go to Job 5 and 12. Go ahead.
You can't change the definition because in the word itself it says race.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
root
yeah,
word
yeah.
is
It's
race.
Yeah, yeah,
Meaning
yeah.
two
That's
totally
right.
different, separate group of people right there.
Good point. Read that Job 5, 12, and 13. Watch this. Look what God did. Trying to change. Look, hey, this is all we got because we know racism is really talking about them black, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
Because the way we treat them is blatant.
Right.
Yep.
Wait till we pull this next video. But read that script real quick.
The book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12.
Yep.
He disappointeth the devices of the crafty.
That's crafty right there. When you change it up, you think nobody looking. You go back on the website like, damn, I didn't read this yesterday.
Right.
That's crafty. Read on.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
You can't fool us. You can't fool those that got the spiritual eyes open
right.
and the spiritual ears that hear the Bible, the words of God. You can't fool us. Read on.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Hey, we just going to give y'all an interim definition of what racism is. And in them making that definition and craftiness, we look at that like, damn. They're still talking about black people. The only thing they did was took out the word color.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
that was it.
They threw
Yep.
they
Come
threw a
on.
whole bunch of big words in there, Cap,
That's
and
it.
hopefully
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah,
Nobody-
that's talking about that's talking about everybody.
Yeah,
Right.
Jake
Hey,
ain't gonna read that.
Hey, Cap, they
don't
try
know
to
what them
use
words mean.
other words from the dictionary that they never use.
Right.
They said, hey, man, what's another word for black people?
Right.
All right, let's get these big words that they don't know so we could use
Let's
it.
just say group.
Groups,
And throw it in. They won't know.
No.
No, it's talking about us.
Come on, man.
Read that again,
Stop
verse
it.
13.
Verse 13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Uh-huh.
And the counsel of the froward is carried headlong.
It's carried headlong. I mean, it's thrown down. Why? Because we going to expose it right here on Four Corners News.
That's right.
We going to
That's
expose
right.
it. You put it out there, we going to find it. Shout out to the FCN research team.
That's right.
Posting those articles. We
That's
going to
right.
find it. The Lord going to give it to us so we can give it to you where the truth speaks and you can wake the hell up and understand that this ain't your rest, man.
That's right.
Now check this out. We're going to show you what real racism is, and you can't put this on nobody else but us. Play the video of the Edomite, his tongue, like the Bible says, the tongue fall upon them own selves.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Play the video where he shows you what real racism is. No matter if you change up the damn definition, it's too much history and facts to show you what real racism is.
Right.
Play the video.
So a lot of people are asking exactly what is it that I saw? What truth did I see that made me change my perspective on our criminal justice system? And this is how it goes. So a person of color in the United States during the Jim Crow era faced disenfranchisement, second-class citizenship.
Sound like racism.
Barriers to voting, barriers to education.
Sound like racism.
Barriers to employment, and barriers to housing.
That's
then
racism.
in the United States, we passed the 1964 Civil Rights Act, the 1965 Voting Rights Act that said that we can no longer do this, discriminate based on skin color. 21. What is the only label that we can legally discriminate against?
Look at
we
this.
can legally disenfranchise, relegate to second-class citizenship, have barriers to voting, barriers to education, barriers to employment, barriers to housing.
Watch this.
If you guessed right, in 2021,
Convicted felons.
are the only people we are allowed to legally disenfranchise. Now, do you believe it's a coincidence that 1 in 3 African American males now carry this label of convicted felon as opposed to 1 in 17 white males that carry this label of convicted felon to legally be disenfranchised? If you answered yes to that question, let's look at what's happened between the Jim Crow era
Look at this.
and 2021.
Look at the numbers.
We've
Watch
had a
this.
700% increase.
700%.
We've gone from 300,000 inmates in 1970 to 1.8 million today and as high as 2.3 million. So in spite of crime rate dropping, our prison population skyrocketed. And it was because we had the law and order agenda. And the law and order agenda increased police spending but decreased our education funding. And by doing so, we created the school to prison pipeline. We also created the war on drugs, which we now know is a war on people.
There you go.
Black people.
Right. Anti-Drug Abuse Act, which differentiated between powder cocaine and hard cocaine, which we now know disproportionately impacted people of color. We also had the 94 crime bill with the Truth in Sentencing Act, which led to higher incarceration rates and harsher sentences for people of color. And once I saw all this, my perspective changed, because I know that Jim Crow era never ended. Racism never ended. It just evolved into what we now have as the new Jim Crow.
There you go.
That's racism.
There you go.
Damn.
That's racist. That's what it looks like. No matter how many times you change the damn definition, that's racism.
Right. So coming from the horse's mouth.
He just gave it to you. That's Satan's blueprint right
there. You go.
Top to bottom.
There you go. They can take away all of that. They used to disenfranchise. You couldn't vote, pull housing, pull education, and they made a crafty way and say, you know what? Let's just make slavery illegal unless you are incarcerated in prison and make it the 13th Amendment.
Right.
And you know what we're going to do? We're going to put Negroes in jail for them having not even having weed in their pocket. If they got rolling papers in their pocket, we put your ass in jail. Because most of the people in prison or jail right now are in jail for non-violent offenses. We're not saying that any crime or anything is right. We're not saying that at all. We are pointing out the fact that racism still exists, and these Edomites have used crafty counsel. No matter how many times they try to put racism on somebody else and deflect who the true people are that are suffering at the hands of their oppressor.
We just seen true racism or the new Jim Crow being implemented when we first started off, when they tried to spend $30 million on crack pipes. So now if you have any residue or crack on you or whatever it may be, guess where you're going? You're going to jail. New Jim Crow being implemented right there. The thought didn't continue.
Now
you still a slave. Go ahead.
Yeah, now they get to call you nigga or felon.
Damn, that's a new word.
Nigga or felon. Either way,
they just supplemented the word.
When you go to a job, you get out of jail, they don't look at the resume and say, you're a nigga. They say, oh, you're a felon.
Right.
We don't hire felons around here.
There you go.
Get out here.
That's what they saying. We don't hire felons around here.
Hey, Cap, I really felt that. I really felt
that. Probably how
That's
felons.
the new N-word.
Felons. That's the new N-word. And the way that they start looking at you, damn.
Remember, they implemented the law now, right? So guess what? Not to make us feel bad and you, we'll just call you felon.
Yep, that's it. That's what true racism is. No matter how much. Here's another example of what racism is. We're just going to read the title. Pull up the article and read just the title. This is what racism is. Because racism is the ability to have power to change the scope of someone else's life.
That's right.
Read that next article. Where's it at? Read that.
Why are states banning critical race theory?
We've been seeing that, right? The critical race theory. What are they saying? You know what? We got so much power. We don't want white people feeling uncomfortable about the history of what that white dude just pointed out.
Right.
Of what we did to you. You know what? We're about to take all of damn black history up out of there. No more of that. We ain't even gonna teach that you was in Africa's kings and queens. They don't even teach that.
Right.
Yeah, they don't.
Nah, they don't teach that. Hell, Black History class only teach you about Kwanzaa and Civil Rights Act.
Damn.
I remember it. I was in
it. Damn. My son just did a class the other day about that too, man.
Learned about Kwanzaa and Martin Luther King got the voting rights. That was about it. And we sung "We Shall Overcome."
I think they even taking most of that civil rights stuff out and just watering it down to just MLK.
That's about it.
We shall overcome.
Hey,
hand joined in hand.
We put a statue up of him, y'all. So this is how it turned out. The end. That's about it. So hey, make sure you keep your eyes open and never trust your enemy. Because like iron, he will change up on your ass and show you the rust.
That's right.
And his rust is evil. And you can't scrape that rust off of that iron once it's been turned.
That's
You
right.
can't do it. Not at all. All right. Hey, so Lord's Will Life Last will be back next Thursday right here on Four Corners News. Shout out to the tech team. All praises to the Most High. You did an all right job today. We didn't have to bring none of y'all up here today to vouch for them. Soldier Paul still recovering from
There
last
you go.
week.
Look at it. He drinking.
All praises to the Most High. Captain Severus.
All right, Israel. It's that time again to put your money where your mouth is and support this truth.
That's right.
Don't forget to join the Booster Club, y'all. If you haven't joined the Booster Club, join it at iuic.fundraiser@israel.org.
That's right.
All right.
No, it's Israel Unite.
I said it wrong again?
Yeah,
You said it wrong again.
Right there in your face. You said it wrong. But hey, all praises. You leave out. You get a pass. All right, man. Hey, Lord's Will Life Last. We'll see you back here next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Four Corners News.
Oh, thanks. But where you get that shirt from?
Solomons-closet.com. Your one-stop shop to look fly with affordable prices